What is up, guys? I'm Chandraliow from Team to One. Cheers. Okay, hi guys.
Hi.
Hi Cynthia, hi Tristan. My name is Chandraliow. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, how are you guys today?
Doing
Very
great.
well, thank
Doing
you.
great. Nice dress, by the way.
Thank you.
Lovely.
It's a
Yes.
tribute.
I love the sound effects, by the way.
Yes, thank you very much. It is like my opening. What is up? I'm Chandraliow from Team to One. Cheers.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you guys? How are you?
Very good, very good.
Very
Yes.
good, yeah.
Cheers. All right. Here's my introduction.
Amazing. Sound effects.
Thank you very much.
I'm ready for a little drink now.
War is coming to Middle Earth.
This is the work of Sauron.
What do you like most about your character in the series? Let's go with my smile first.
Oh, okay. I like my guy's like such an existential little guy. You know, I was always thinking and feeling and brooding, and what I do love about him is how curious he is. Like, there's something about him that he doesn't really fit in entirely with the elves. He's very, very, very curious about humans, and that drives him. That makes him fall in love. That makes him become like this stepfather kind of figure. And as a person, that has reminded me to have a little bit more of that quality.
I see.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What about you?
Follow up.
I just love Sauron. He's just really cool. He's a mass murderer. Yeah, he's a mass murderer. He's great. No, I like how I understand his role as a villain in the story, but I think when you look deeper and you see what Tolkien wrote about him in this time period, you see that he really has his intention is to heal, restore, rehabilitate Middle Earth, and I think that as an actor has been really fun to try and tap into and find a connection, because there's no use playing villain. I don't find that helpful. So yeah, I like the complexity of him.
Right. Charles.
I think it's his passion for his craft and his coupled with his desire to genuinely, his intent is to do good. However, his
Don't spoil anything.
his wavering, his moral wavering and questionable values on some issues can lead him down a dangerous path, fueled by meeting with Halbrand stroke Anatar stroke Sauron.
Triple threat.
Yeah, triple threat.
Actor, singer,
If ever there was one.
model, influencer.
What I like most? I said this before, but I really do love how her commitment to the cause, I think, the sense that she's really stands by what she believes in, who she believes in, and that she just really continues on her journey, inspired by her own curiosity and by those around her, and yeah, I think you really see what fulfills her this season in a way that you didn't quite get to in season one.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think this season, what I like is she's got a sudden sense of propulsion, which I think she didn't necessarily have in season one. She was very much holding back. Whereas this time she's exposed to and she's forced to be, whether she's ready for it or not, she has to be, and she has to drive everyone forward. And so I think I really enjoy that. I think that shows a lot of growth, and sort of also the unexpectancy of life.
Right.
And I think it's really interesting to see how she handles that.
What I like most about Midiel is that she is trying to be a force for good. She cares about her people, and she wants to lead them in the right direction. And it's unfortunately it's hard to know what direction that is. But I think she's brave. I think she's strong, and I think she has a good heart.
Right. Wow, that's nice. Okay, what about you?
God, mine is much more superficial. I'm as deep as a puddle then. I was going to say he's got a lovely black pearl ring on his pinky finger. And that's what I like most.
But not that kind of ring, not one of these rings.
Yeah. It's
Just an
different ring.
ornamental ring.
Ornamental Numenorian gold. So yes, I think he's a very strong guy. He knows what he wants. He knows where he's going. So yeah, he's a man with a direction.
out of all characters, who do you think will be your best friend in real life?
Whoever thinks it first.
Thinking. It's a good question. We haven't been asked this
How about
yet.
Halbrand, probably?
He would pretend to be.
He would pretend to be a best friend,
Yeah, definitely. No, I mean, there's so many. I mean, I love Tom Bombadil, I mean, but I don't know if Tom can be your friend because he's so, sort of otherworldly. I mean, he's very also very earthy and has his hands dirty, but like, he's a trickster and but maybe Elrond. I feel like Elrond, has a lot going on that is an interesting struggle as a half-elven. He's so wise. I would love to be friends with Elrond.
Right, Elrond, it is. Yeah. How about you?
I think I would say Disa. Because I
Disa.
feel like she's a really
good pick.
amazing combination of being wise, but also having a lot of fun. And she's quite witty. And I just think she'd be a good time.
Right.
Yeah.
Cynthia also choose
Disa.
Yeah.
Really?
I was thinking about Disa as well. That's so
What about Megan?
interesting. Oh my goodness. I mean, I've said this a lot today. I love the Ents. And I just feel like I would love in my actual life to have an Ent friend. Like, wouldn't that just be amazing? Or for every, I love nature as well. And I feel very calm and sort of, I just love nature.
Would you
so
call them
much.
your best friend?
I'm
I'm sorry.
A little fun right there.
Love it. Love all the puns.
Well,
Your best friend in real life.
in real life, Prince Durin, I think, is pretty good value
Okay.
for best friend material.
Right.
Reliable, fun, dependable. If you're right for him, then I think he'll be right for you.
I see.
Yeah.
See. What about Charlie?
God, there's so many.
Is Sauron your best friend, bro?
Well, I feel like Sauron would be a good friend to have.
friend.
He'd be a useful friend, a very powerful friend.
Yeah.
Could take you places. What about
mentally?
No, I think King Durin, but as a mentor.
Okay.
As a guide, a stern sort of like a father figure in your life, and also a friend.
I think honestly, Adar. I just have such a soft spot for this character. It's hard for me to explain, but I think the guy needs a hug, and and just like he's that guy that you just do you want to hang out? Nobody like. I think a lot of his storyline would just be like off if somebody just gave him a little hug, a night out, and just like take him for a pint.
Yeah.
My best friend in real life. Maybe Disa. Princess Disa.
Yeah.
She's headstrong.
Yeah.
She's headstrong. She's fierce. She understands what it is to be royalty. But I love that the dwarves have that passion, that fire.
Yeah.
They can be stubborn, but their stubbornness and their fire comes from a place of love. So I think Miriel and Disa would get along. And it just so happens that I love the actress that plays her, Sophia. So
I see.
we get along as well.
I see. Got it. What about you?
I think King Durin of Casa Doom, I'd have good use for a friendship with him.
I see.
I think we could utilize each other maybe. So yes, he'd be a good partner to do business with.
A good partner for business. All right, King Durin it is.
Absolutely.
Our armies cannot defeat him. Once the deceiver obtains a being's trust, he gains the ability to sculpt their very thoughts.
What kind of people do you think will be excited the most about this new season, without giving any spoilers? What storylines do you think people will find the most exciting or action-packed?
Well, I think really the show's for everyone. Whether you're a huge Tolkien fan, whether you've never read the books, whether you love season one, whether you didn't see season one, anyone can jump in right now. And really, we've tried hard to make it so that even though it's set in a world that's different from ours, in a different kind of time. The relationships and the characters and the storylines dealing those universal Tolkienian themes that I think will make it so that anyone can come in and find something to relate to and grab onto. It deals in these sort of timeless themes of good and evil, the corrupting nature of power, the fact that little people working together even who feel small and not up to the hugeness of the task before them, can change the events of the world. These are the teams that Tolkien dealt in, and you come in season 2 and you'll see them. Sorry, your second question was?
What storylines do you think people will find the most exciting or action-packed? Yeah.
So I mean, definitely the Eregion storyline. I mean, I think they're gonna love the Rune storyline also. I'm excited for
You've got Eregion. I mean, it looks amazing, Eregion.
But yeah,
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, so I mean, you get to see Sauron come in the guise of Anatar and seduce and manipulate and ultimately gaslight Celebrimbor into making the Rings of Power.
Right.
People have been waiting for a long time to see the rings get made, so now the rings for dwarves, the rings for men, and then finally you get to see the Siege of Eregion, which is going to be a massive battle. It's going to be a 3-episode battle that I think people are going to be really excited by. The action is crazy. You've got an aerial bombardment. You've got fighting in a wall. You've got stuff in the mud. You've got, street hand-to-hand fighting. It's going to be absolutely insane.
Honestly, I think there's something for everyone, not to be generic, but I think the awesome thing about this show is that it's a massive undertaking. It's like Middle Earth, like a whole thing. But these are very real characters, and it's a testament to every actor in the show. We've treated our characters as individuals with smaller concerns, like existential questions of their own. And you can see yourself reflected in each one of them. I feel closer to my elf than many other human characters that I see on TV, for example. Yeah.
And I think this season, I think every character and every storyline has been given room to breathe a little bit more and just expand and settle into its boots a bit more. With the first season was spent world building, character introducing, very necessary storytelling, things that obviously need to be done. But now we can really, I think as a cast and as a production, we feel very grounded and we're growing.
I think the whole thing, and I think everyone. I think there's a little bit of something for everyone, even though it's fantasy. We've got a little bit of action. We've got adventure, psychological thriller. A little bit of romance, maybe, a little bit of comedy. So I think whatever you like, there's a little bit of something for everyone. I really think that.
I see. What about you, Tristan?
Absolutely. I think if you like losing yourself in your own imagination and wondering what it would be like, sort of being the hero, being the villain, being a better version of yourself or not, whatever, or maybe being the monster in something, then this is the program, I think. Just lose yourself and enjoy it.
Right, I agree. I totally agree with that. Describe the character you're playing in the Rings of Power series in just one sentence.
This is controversial.
Oh.
You're not going to like this.
Oh.
The savior of Middle Earth.
Oh.
The savior of Middle Earth, guys.
I actually like that
That's
quite
really
a
cool.
bit.
That's very cool. Yeah. What about you, Charles?
Chasing his tail.
Chasing his tail. That's nice. That's awesome.
Simple.
I want to be serious, but I was going to see eye candy of Middle Earth. I'm sorry. I wanted to say something serious, but
that's good. That's good.
Perfect.
That's nice.
That's perfect.
Describe the character you're playing in the Rings of Power series in one sentence. What about you, Cynthia?
One sentence.
Just one sentence. Yeah.
A woman, a leader, trying to do her best.
Nice. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Okay, that's good. That's nice. What about you, Tristan?
The backbone of Numenor.
Oh.
That's also sounds cool.
There's no room for mock modesty here. Let's cut to the chase.
Straightforward, but also sounds cool. Without spoiling, what's the single dialogue line that best describes your character in this new season?
Well, the Lord of the Rings.
Yes! There you go!
That is too badass to follow.
You think it was only you who put yourself in my power? Galadriel.